Hi, it's Venetia here. I am starting my YouTube channel. I know it's crazy. I never thought about really doing a YouTube channel except maybe when I was doing my Tumblr crafts, and I wouldn't have to be on camera for that. I just don't have enough space in my apartment. But this video is just my introduction to the YouTube world. My husband and I actually have a YouTube channel for our fishing, but we haven't really been catching much lately, so we haven't been posting in a long time. But we have about 2 or 3 videos on that channel. But I'm here just as someone who I guess just wanted to come on and just kind of share a little bit of my life and be a little vulnerable. It's not easy to be vulnerable on camera, and I'm a pretty private person, except for the people who are closest to me that I tell just about everything to. But God has been speaking to me about some of the things that have been going on in my life. So first thing, I have been in and out of employment for the last 2 years, which has been really difficult because I, in my adult life, have never had any issues being employed. Usually I start a job and I'm there for at least a year or more. I mean, it's never been how it has been. But ever since 2022, I got laid off from a job, and then I started doing a lot of contract work, started doing a lot of temp to hire positions, still kind of doing those. And nothing just really panned out. And it's been a struggle because I'm also trying to build a side business, my print on demand business. And there's just a lot of things that I need money for, a lot of things that require funding. And I can't seem to really get that because I can't really seem to stay employed. And I won't lie, it has been wreaking havoc on my self-confidence because I pride myself on being employable. That was part of I felt like it's part of my value, being able to contribute to my house. My husband, he's kind of carrying a lot of things right now. And I want to be able to help with that. And when I can't stay employed, I really can't do that. And it's been really hard. And I will say that, this video was titled, How Am I Surviving After 40? And it is by the grace of God. It is totally by the grace of God. As I go through other videos, I'll share different parts of my journey. But this video was just to talk about why I started YouTube. And so I had been struggling, like I said, to find jobs, keep jobs. It's either, it was a temp to hire position and they had to lay me off. I haven't really quit too many jobs. I did have a job at a home health agency about a little over a month ago, and just was not a good fit. And I actually had gotten another job and I was going to transition into that job. Unfortunately, it turned out to be an employment scam. So I resigned from a paying job and ended up with no job, and here I am. So at my age, I'm not going to say exactly what age that is, but in my 40s, it is not a good feeling to be in this position, to be this far along in life and not be more stable. I am a graduate student, by the way. I am attending a counseling program at Walden University to become a clinical mental health counselor. So that's going well for me. I'm a 4.0 straight A student, have been since the very beginning, which if someone had told me, I don't know, several years ago after I got my bachelor's degree that I could do this well in graduate school, I probably wouldn't have believed them, because I can't believe it sometimes even now. But I know that is, again, by the grace of God, God's covering. But I've been doing better in grad school than I ever did as an undergrad, which is insanely unbelievable, but it's happening. So it is what it is. But I just kind of been feeling lost. Like, I have that going for me, but until I can graduate, I still need to make money and income. And I actually was watching, I watch a lot of YouTube. I watch YouTube every day, just for different things, mainly for inspiration for my Tumblr cup making designs and things like that. And I kept coming across this one video, and I cannot remember the young lady's name or the channel name right now, but it kept coming up that God won't let you have a job until you do this, or God won't let you have a job. And it wasn't just that one channel, it was another one or two channels that I had seen that had kind of that same title. And I was going, and it was so random because I was just searching through YouTube for what I normally search through YouTube for. And when I saw that, I was like, okay, God, are you trying to tell me something? Because where is that coming from? But as I started to think about it, I was like, yeah, I mean, the jobs that I absolutely wanted, that I like really wanted, he didn't let me have. And the jobs that I was like, like the last job I had, the home health care job, I really didn't want that job, but I took it because I needed the money. But you see what happened with that. I didn't end up staying. So God, it was kind of like I felt like God was telling me, you took a job that I didn't want you to take. I didn't guide you to that job because I knew it wasn't going to be a good fit. But you did what you felt you had to do, and it still resulted in the same thing. So I kind of been feeling like this is God's way of guiding me into doing something else. And so when I watched more YouTube, those videos, God won't let you get a job, or God won't let you have a job because, or until you do this. And I watched one, and she was just basically saying that, God has a different path for us than we sometimes think, and that he's possibly not letting me have an actual 9-to-5 job because he wants me to build up myself, my business, like a YouTube channel or like my personal business. But I've been hearing a lot about people who have been finding great success, especially over 40, 50, 60, starting a YouTube channel, and everyone's talking about why it's such a good time to start a YouTube channel. And how they're always talking about just start, and you have a million reasons why you won't start. And it really comes down to you stall because you're vulnerable in front of a camera, and it's hard to share. For some people it's not. And I think as I go along this journey, it'll get easier. But right now, this is terrifying. And as a counseling student, I've had to be in front of the camera and do mock client sessions. And let me tell you, the first time I recorded myself in a mock client session, again, was not easy. But as I had to keep doing it, it got much easier and I got more comfortable. And so this will be the same. It's, intimidating, scary at first, just because you're being vulnerable. You're letting people into your life, especially for me who, I'm not a huge social media person. I mean, I try to promote my business on there, but I'm not constantly on social media. I'm not posting every day and all of that. So I'm, and because of what I've been going through, I've kind of been feeling like I've been in a bit of a hole. So I haven't really wanted to be seen a lot. It's one thing when your life is going well, you've got all these great things going on. You want everybody to know because you're excited about it. But when you're going through the valley season, which clearly I am, you don't want anybody to know anything. You want everybody to think you're okay. But I'm not okay in that I'm not where I want to be. And I have an entrepreneurial spirit. I always have. I never, even back when I graduated high school and all that, my goal was to become a counselor, have my own private practice, and always be my own boss. I don't ever think I had the inkling that I would work for somebody else for the rest of my life. I don't think that was ever my goal. And I think God is kind of pushing that more now, which is why I'm starting the YouTube channel, because I think he's feeling like if you go and work for someone else, perhaps you're going to get comfortable and you're going to be less likely to fulfill the thing that he obviously put that in me. I don't think anyone wakes up and goes, I just want to be my own boss and start my own business. I think that's something that's God given to us. And I want to just encourage anyone who wants to start a business or who wants to be your own boss, and it's terrifying. Just like starting a YouTube channel, just start. Just do it. I mean, there's so many things I could share about starting a business that I wish I knew when I first started. If I could go back, as we all say, if I could go back, the things that I could have, avoided would have been great. But that's just not how it is. And even now, this is going to be my first video. It's going to be rough. You know, I'm going to try to edit as best I can. I mean, the editing stuff still is kind of new to me, still kind of confusing. But again, if I just keep pushing, punching away at it, I know that I'll get better at it. I didn't even tell anyone I was going to start a YouTube channel. Normally, whenever I do anything, because I'm always doing something creative. I'm a huge creative person. I love to work with my hands. I love to do different things. And again, as videos go on, I'll share some of my creations with you and things like that. I have the apparel and accessories website. It's a Shopify store, actually, fantasticcreations.com, or not .com. I guess I should say it's a starter Shopify store. So it has like these numbers and letters in that. But I can always, as they say, post that in the description below whenever I get to that point. And so people can go and support and check out my store and, you know, just kind of give me encouragement. You know, I think that that's important. But I think what really kind of prompted me to start the YouTube channel, aside from, you know, God kind of pushing me, is I just feel like there's others out there like me who are going through. And there was another young lady, Alexa Saneho. She's out of Finland, and she had started a coaching. She started a YouTube channel, and she was coaching. She coaches YouTube. I'm actually going to plan to take her course at some point. Just trying to get my coins together so I can get with her and start working on things. But she said the same thing. You know, in January this year, she started she had a job as a teacher, and then she got laid off. And she's like, at 45, you know, and I got kids and I have a husband, and that just wasn't ideal. And so she said she started her YouTube channel back in May. And then I think this past weekend, I saw a video yesterday where she had done several sales calls over the weekend, to where it brought in for her $37,000 in 2 days, which, if I could ever reach that kind of monetary milestones, I mean, that's what most people make in a year. And she could, you know, that revenue, and, you know, she made that in 2 days. And that's just, you know, it's unfathomable, but it can be done. All of this can be done. My main thing is I just want to interact with you all, and I want to encourage people that are going through things, because I've been through my share of depression. And let me tell you, when you're in that hole that deep, it's very hard to even speak on how you're feeling. Like, sometimes it's so dark in that hole that you don't even know how to explain how you feel. And I think that's a good thing that I experienced as a counselor in training, because when I do have counseling clients that I meet with that are going through those things, I will be very aware of how they're feeling, which will make me more empathetic to them, and it'll make me more relatable to them, and it'll allow me to help them, because I'll be coming from a place of understanding personally what they're going through, versus just being sympathetic, which is like, I have not been through what you've been through, but I feel for you. And I'm sure that as this YouTube journey continues, there are going to be people who are going to be shocked, or people are going to be, and you know, that's the other thing about you know, starting a YouTube channel. You have to not even care and worry about what other people are going to think, people that know you and all of that. Don't share anything that you don't want anybody to really know. That's the key to YouTube. You don't have to tell everything, but for me, I just wanted to come on and be vulnerable to see if I could, and to be able to start. I just see all these videos. Oh, just start. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be just start the video. Just start recording. Just start a YouTube channel. Just start. And you'll never know what can come out of that. So how am I surviving after 40? Today I'm feeling like barely. Tomorrow I might feel different. Next week I might be better. But I definitely feel that starting this YouTube channel journey is being obedient to God, and it's maybe going to open up doors that I could have never imagined. And that's the thing about being obedient. And that's the other thing about having faith, is that it was going to require you to step out of your comfort zone and be great. You can never be great in your comfort zone. I've learned that the hard way. And God has even said that, not in so many words per se in the Bible, but if you read the Bible enough, you read what those stories of those people in the Bible have gone through, you'll recognize that they never became who they were meant to become in their comfort zone. So you have to understand that if you're going to be great and do anything great in this life, you're going to have to be uncomfortable. It won't have to be uncomfortable all the time, but you're going to have to be uncomfortable at some point, and you have to accept that. But when you get on the other side of that, it's going to be, I think, worth the sacrifice and the being uncomfortable. But I appreciate you guys just kind of tuning in, supporting. As they always say, I watch enough YouTube to know. If you like the video, please click the like button. It is my first video, so of course I'm starting from the bottom, trying to grow up. I believe there's going to be a new feature that YouTube has started, the hype button. Please hit that hype button. And if you feel like you want to stay on this journey with me and continue to see what I unveil and reveal to you guys, please subscribe. And I will see you on the next video. Bye.